MamaRucaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf. That's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Basin Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station that has been serving the Uniontown area for 50 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, a fenced-in storage lot, and it's a AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Brian Rozak and Steve Supert back here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs taking on the Waynesburg Raiders, a YouTube exclusive tonight here on WMBS. Steve, is your starting lineups. They're being brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown. A different name, but the same team, providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities, and wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County team. Steve?
Okay, for the Waynesburg Raiders, coming in at 0-3 on the season. Starting tonight at guard, a 5'11 sophomore, number 0, Cole Headley. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 2, Austin Serber. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 4, Jackson Dean. At center, a 6'5" senior, number 24, Alex Eck. And at forward, number 11, a 6'4" junior, number 11, Dane Woods. For the Mustangs tonight, coming in at 1-2 for Coach John Smith in his second year. Starting tonight at guard, a 6'2" junior, number 1, Luke Martin. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 3, Antoine Black. At forward, a 6'1" junior, number 22, Sevi Vecchiola. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 24, Aiden Black. And at forward, a 6'7" senior, number 25, Brennan Varney.
And Steve, we mentioned conference play opening up for Laurel Highlands coming up on Friday. They'll travel to McKeesport to take on the Tigers. Only 2 conference games going on tonight around the WPIAL. Of course, one involves Uniontown. They're on the road at Penn Trafford. Norwin also up in 6A, taking on Upper St. Clair. Some other local games of interest tonight. Connellsville's at Derry, Elizabeth Forward at West Allegheny. Mapletown hosting Fraser in a battle between 2 Fayette County teams. Geibel is at Brownsville tonight. Also, Albert Gallatin at home. They're hosting Ringgold. Southmoreland at Yock. Of course, Waynesburg here at Laurel Highlands and West Mifflin at Thomas Jefferson. And with both the Mustangs, Steve, and the Red Raiders playing in 5A this year, we'll get to see some new gyms throughout the course of the season.
Yep. And, well, we've been in most of them over the years, but going back to some of that we haven't been to in a long time, haven't we?
Yeah, and how about that view of some of the folks who are watching the Penn Trafford Uniontown game tonight? Josh, Tony, and Billy in the corner at Penn Trafford. I guess that's the only place they could broadcast and film from.
I guess they put their dunce cap on. They got sent to the corner.
Yes. Hopefully they don't get run over there as well.
The Penn Trafford people didn't really care too much whether they broadcast the game or not.
No, I guess not. They don't have a very big gym over there either, so those guys kind of stuck where they're at tonight for Uniontown and Penn Trafford. Hopefully can enjoy either that game or the Laurel Highlands game here against Waynesburg, which we have on the WMBS YouTube page. Again, for whatever reason, Facebook's been having trouble with some of their stream keys, so we've had to put both of our games on our YouTube page tonight. But again, you can follow all the video action online, and you can listen to the Uniontown Penn Trafford game on the radio. And see, we mentioned this Waynesburg team coming in with an 0-3 record. They lost their opener against West Green 57-43, lost by 15 to Washington 60-45, and then that tough overtime loss against Steel Valley yesterday 62-60. Now playing on the second end of a back-to-back situation. You wonder, will their legs stay throughout the course of the whole 32 minutes here today against Laurel Highlands?
They're young kids, Brian. I don't think they. Let's put a look at it this way. If they didn't have a game, yesterday they would have been in the gym practicing, probably running just as hard. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. And they've been scoring some points, so you just never know. And it's not like a sure thing for the Mustangs tonight. But certainly the Mustangs on paper have the upper hand, but you just never know until the ball goes up in the air.
Our game tonight also on the South Union Township Sports Network, courtesy there of Smith Lewis Chess, CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank and South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Brian Morozak along with Steve Suprick tonight. Carl Childs behind the camera. And again, Nick Barczyk running everything back in our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Appreciate you joining us for high school basketball here on WMBS. Laurel Highlands taking on Waynesburg. And for the Mustangs, Steve, how big was that win against Ligonier Valley on Saturday as well, just kind of to get the mojo going a little bit? It had been almost a year since the Mustangs have won a game.
Well, you gotta sooner or later you gotta win a few games, right? Or else it would be pretty depressing for the kids. So they got that monkey off their back, if you will, and hopefully they'll be ready to go tonight and get another one.
An opportunity to make it 2 wins in a row tonight. The Mustangs in the home whites. New uniforms this year as well. Red numbers and blue trim. Their bench off to our left. Waynesburg in the away blacks, white numbers and red trim, and their bench off to our right. We're going to pause now for the national anthem here at Laurel Highlands High School. Just about set to go here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Waynesburg Raiders. The North Union Township Recreation Center and supervisors Kurt Matthews, Rob Tupta, and Ron Landman are proud sponsors. The Laurel Highlands High School basketball team. The North Union Rec Center wishes the Mustangs and the Lady Mustangs the best of luck this season. For more information on the North Union Township Recreation Center volleyball, basketball, and soccer leagues, please phone 724-438-7350 or their website at northunionreccenter.com. When you're in need of notary services, you don't want to miss the best notary service in Fayette County. You don't want to wait the next day either. So why don't you go to the one and only Sandy Howe Notary Services. They're open late to meet your needs. They're located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield. Voted the best notary service in Fayette County for 2024, and they're ready to help you. Sandy Howe Notary Services open 10 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Monday through Fridays, and 9 a.m. to 5 o'clock on Saturdays. You can phone Sandy Howe Notary Services at 724-564-8955. Again, the starters for Laurel Highlands: Luke Martin, Antoine Black, Sevi Vecchiola, Aiden Black, and Brennan Varney. Cole Headley, Austin Serber, Jackson Dean, Dane Woods, and Alex Eck. And Steve, by the way, Cole Headley, no relation to Ron Headley, the former Waynesburg wrestling coach, who actually played us in doubles years back in the Greene County Open. Remember that back in the day?
Tennis.
Tennis. Him and John Buck Buchanan beat us in the finals of the Greene County Open, probably about 15 years ago.
That was one of the most disappointing things of our athletic career there. We thought we had that one, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We still got a silver medal, though, for it, didn't we? So the Mustangs being introduced right now, and a pretty good crowd here, Steve. It was a little slow coming in, but the student section pretty packed and pretty good crowd here. It's not a bad crowd here, Steve, considering a lot of the high school basketball crowds. Certainly not the Ronnie Gallagher crowds we saw a couple of years ago, but not bad at all here at Laurel Highlands.
Nice to get back to that. All these people that came out the last couple of years, I guess they're taking a break, right? Just taking it easy for a year, but hey, put some wins on the board, people will come back out, won't they?
For sure. And again, the Mustangs trying to make it 2 wins in a row. And again, they'll travel to McKeesport coming up on Friday. We'll have that game both on the radio and on the WNBS Facebook page on Friday. Also, we'll have coverage of the Uniontown game against Albert Gallatin. The Red Raiders hosting Albert Gallatin. That'll be an online exclusive on Friday, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. And you look at Brennan Varney as well, Steve. Great size on the Laurel Highlands side at 6'7". I think we're going to see him continue to develop as the season progresses.
Well, he certainly has the size, and he's got skills. He just, at least from the games I've seen so far, Brian, he's just a little bit stronger with the ball around the hoop. Just get it up there. I'd like to see him take one up there and slam one down once in a while. Get mad, right? And this will be a good, these guys from Waynesburg aren't the tallest, but they got a couple of guys, 6'4", right? 6'4", 6'5", and they look like they're pretty tough kids, so let's see what happens.
Alex Eck, the 6'5" senior center, jumping against Brennan Varney. Officials here today, Bill Beener, Pat Lyon, and Dave Hoon. Local crew on the game. Dave Hoon will toss it up, and we'll get this matchup underway between the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Waynesburg Raiders here on the WNBS YouTube page. Thank you for joining us. The opening tap goes out of bounds, and it will be Waynesburg basketball.
Varney got the tap, and he sent it over to the sidelines pretty fast, but he sent it over there too fast.
It'll be Cole Headley to trigger it in with Antoine Black guarding the inbounds pass. Headley over to Austin Serber out of the corner, back high on the right again to Jackson Dean. Dean watched by Luke Martin coming off that 25-point performance on Saturday, and a steal from Aiden Black. And Aiden coming back with an uncontested layup. First 2 points of the game for Aiden Black and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
Tight man-to-man pressure. Black overplaying the ball and just ran right into that pass.
Headley over to Jackson Dean, gets double-teamed on the near block, tries to pull it back, able to find Headley, who drives inside and draws the foul. Should be in the act here, so the 5'11 sophomore Cole Headley
should be on Vecchiola.
We'll have 2 free throws upcoming. The call is made on Sevi Vecchiola, his first, team first. And Headley coming off of that 23-point game last night against Steel Valley, averaging 18 points a game so far this season. First of 2 free throws, good for the sophomore guard Cole Headley, and it's a 2-1 Laurel Highlands lead over Waynesburg. And now Headley for a second of 2. Up all the way and good again, so we're knotted up at 2. 32 seconds in here at Laurel Highlands High School. Brian Morozak along with Steve Superick and Carl Childs tonight. Aiden Black here high on the right with Martin setting the screen. Backs off between the circles. Off to his left to Antoine Black. Sends it down low to Vecchiola, who repositions. Gets the 2 to go and draws the foul in the process. Sevi Vecchiola puts Laurel Highlands back in the lead at 4-2 with a free throw coming for Vecchiola.
Foul goes on Dane Woods, his first team foul.
Vecchiola for the season, just 2 of 6 from the free throw line. We'll have this free throw attempt spin out. Varney, though, going for the offensive rebound, gets fouled on the putback. So Varney an opportunity to get a couple of points here for the Mustangs. A 6'7 senior forward as Waynesburg picks up 2 quick fouls, and both, Steve, going on Dane Woods. And that'll get Caden Fowler off the Waynesburg bench. Varney first of 2 free throws, no good. Mustangs struggling here out of the gates from the foul line for the season. Laurel Highlands 19 of 33, 58%. A 4-2 lead for the Mustangs here early. Varney second of 2, again no good. So the Mustangs missing their opening 3 free throws. Get an offensive rebound from Antoine Black, sent into the backcourt to Aiden. Almost over and back. Saved over to Luke Martin, who takes a long 2 far side, came up short, and Waynesburg with a rebound underneath there from Alex Eck. It'll be Cole Headley to bring it across, picked up by Antoine Black. Cole off to his right to Jackson Dean, working here on Luke Martin. Dean a little crossover, comes in the paint, tried a little bounce pass intended for Eck. Got deflected out of bounds, will stay with Waynesburg here in the Laurel Highlands zone.
Actually went off of Eck's foot, and then it bounced off of Varney's foot.
And Cole Headley will trigger it back in.
Looked like they were playing soccer.
Yes. Headley into the corner there to Caden Fowler. Fowler's trapped with Varney all around him. Comes baseline, tries to reposition. Shot got deflected into the hands of Antoine Black. Forward his brother Aiden with an easy layup coming back. Aiden Black with 4 of the Mustangs 6. And Laurel Highlands a 6-2 lead over Waynesburg here at the 6:25 mark of the first. Good start for the Mustangs. In the corner, Jackson Dean for three. Out the side of the rim, no good, but Caden Fowler hustles and gets an offensive rebound there for the Waynesburg Raiders. Resets to Cole Headley here high on the right. Fronted there by Antoine Black. Headley on the inside drive. Varney might have got a piece of it. Deflected out of bounds and once again stay with Waynesburg here in the Laurel Highlands zone.
Good block by Varney. Tough in the paint there.
Headley to trigger it in here right of the basket in the Mustang zone. In the corner to Fowler. Back on the wing to Cyber. And now Headley again. Handing off to Fowler. Lost the handle. Ball goes out of bounds and back over to Laurel Highlands. That was well set up there, Steve, but Fowler just couldn't hang on there down on the blocks. Yep. Uniontown off to a 13-10 lead over Penn Trafford. That game with 2:54 left in the opening quarter in Westmoreland County. Here's Luke Martin pulling it over to Vecchiola. Back up top against Antoine Black. We have 5:45 left here in the first. Laurel Highlands the basketball and a 6-2 lead. Aiden Black going cross court near side to Luke Martin. And Steve, the Mustangs against Ligonier Valley tried some very dangerous cross court passes. They worked against Ligonier Valley. I question on the air whether they worked against 5A competition. Haven't seen as much of that here early on against Waynesburg, at least in the opening 2.5 minutes. Here's Aiden Black back to Antoine. A little ball fake. Works off to his left to Luke Martin. Again, Martin coming off of that 25-point game on Saturday. Sends it in the corner to Varney. The big guy spotting up for the three. It rattles out. Vecchiola going for the rebound. Couldn't hang on. A little pressure on the ball there from Antoine Black. But it's going to be Headley able to control it down there for Waynesburg. And Headley spinning back. Pulls back to Jackson Dean on the wing. Will take a long two, and he banks it in. Jackson Dean, did he call it there, Steve?
I don't know if he did or not, but the Mac machine was open.
And it counts at 6-4 now. Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg. 4:44 left here in the first as Aiden Black backs off, sends it off to his left to Luke Martin. Little ball fake up top again to Varney. Big guy thought about another three. Now comes inside to Antoine Black. He drives the double team back in the corner to Aiden. He'll fire and connect. Aiden Black red hot to start, Steve. He has 7 of the 9 for Laurel Highlands on a quick steal here. Off the inbounds pass. Aiden on it again, looking for a quick two. Quick at that one to go. Battle for the rebound between Eck and Vecchiola. It's tied up. Jump ball will go to the possession arrow, and it will favor Laurel Highlands.
A good hustle by Vecchiola to get in, stick his hands in there and get that rebound.
9-4 lead for Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg. 4:20 left here in the first. Mustangs triggered into Varney. Back in the corner again to Aiden. Sends it back on the wing now between the circles to Luke Martin. Back to Aiden. NBA range three from the near side. Off the front of the rim, no good. Antoine on the backside. Rebound touches off to Martin. Now Aiden Black again. Comes free near baseline and lays it up and in. Aiden Black now 9 of the 11 for Laurel Highlands. The lead at 7 here at the 4-minute mark of the opening quarter. Mustangs pretty dominant here out of the gates. Here's Austin Cyber back across, has a seam, takes it as a deflected out of bounds. We'll stay with Waynesburg here in the Laurel Highlands zone. And now Alex Van Sickle talking to head coach Mike Giuliano, who's pretty high on Van Sickle during our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. We'll see his first action of the night. Van Sickle averaging 10 points a game off the Waynesburg bench. And he'll have the basketball right now. And Van Sickle left of the lane, comes inside, scoop shot, put it off the bottom of the rim. And Vecchiola pulls down the rebound there for Laurel Highlands. Off to Luke Martin and across. Martin holds here between the circles, switches back up top with Aiden Black. Watched there by Cyber. Touch from Antoine near elbow. Once again is Varney out again to Luke Martin. Martin between defenders. Tough shot on the inside. Came up short on the floater. Got his own rebound. Tries to keep it alive. Back to Varney again. Varney right in the lane. Floater good for Brennan Varney. First 2 of the game for Varney. Missed a couple of free throws earlier, but the Mustangs now leading by 9 at 13-4. Cyber back across. A little no-look pass near side. Trying to readjust there was Alex Zett. Couldn't get the shot to go. Mustangs in transition. Aiden to Antoine. And the finish. First 2 of the game for Antoine Black. All Laurel Highlands here, Steve, early on. Lead at 11 at 15-4. Here's Van Sickle underneath and a travel called there on Alex Van Sickle.
Yeah, timeout Waynesburg.
Waynesburg taking a timeout. 2:50 left here in the opening quarter. 15-4 Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg. And a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there is something truly special about family-owned businesses. And for over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And they're not stopping anytime soon. Their commitment to excellence in sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit Mike Kelly Toyota today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from Mike Kelly, you buy from family. 15-4, Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg. Coming out of a timeout, Brian Morozak along with Steve Superick and Carl Childs. We have 2:50 left here in the first. The Mustangs being led so far by Aiden Black with 9. Cole Headley with 2, Jackson Dean with 2 on the Waynesburg side. And up in Westmoreland County tonight, Uniontown off to a 20-13 lead over Penn Trafford. After one quarter of play, the Red Raiders opening up Section 1 5A action tonight. Antoine Black, no-look feed down to Vecchiola. Will turn and shoot out in front. He got fouled by Alex Van Sickle. That'll be the first on Van Sickle and the third team foul in the quarter against Waynesburg. Vecchiola will shoot 2.
They called it on Eck.
Oh, they did. You're right. I thought it was going to be Van Sickle there, 24. You're right. They called it on Eck. And Vecchiola to shoot a pair. First up on the way and no good. And Steve, Tony and I were talking about it over the weekend. We're still not big fans of the 5 fouls per quarter that you shoot. Kind of like the old rules, but we're in our second year under the new rule system as Vecchiola misses both free throws here for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs 0 of 5 from the free throw line. They still lead by 11 at 15-4. Waynesburg trying to bounce pass on the inside there from Dean to Eck. Got intercepted. Aiden Black coming back, threw it off the glass. Not sure if he's trying to set up Varney there for a slam. Ball goes out of bounds. Yep. And back over to Waynesburg. You can do that when you have a double-digit lead here still in the first quarter. With 2:22 left here in the first. And here's Austin Cyber out of his own zone. Picked up by Vecchiola and then almost stolen by Aiden Black. Ball out of bounds. We'll stay with Laurel Highlands here in the Waynesburg zone. Mentioned local officials on the game tonight. Billy Beener, Dave Hoon, and Pat Line as Pat gives the basketball here to Cole Headley. And Headley back on the baseline there to Cyber with a Waynesburg Raider going down. That was Headley. Cyber staying with it. Lost the handle out of bounds. Last touch by Waynesburg going out on the Laurel Highlands basketball. Steve, nice to see our buddy Jonathan Guth back of the games. Jonathan working again for the Herald Standard. You can see him there underneath the basket taking some photos. We missed the Guth out of the games.
Well.
He actually took over for Jim Downey, who retired from the Herald Standard. So congratulations to Jim and enjoy retirement. You know, he always worked all the golf events you played in over the years, Steve.
Yeah.
As Luke Martin pulls it back there to Sevi Vecchiola. Now Aiden Black up top will fire the 3. It's off the mark. And the rebound underneath, pulled down by Waynesburg. Was it thrown out of bounds? Another going to say it was deflected. As you had Eck try to set it off there to Dean.
Sloppy play so far.
Speaking of golf, Steve, I understand you went out there and played today.
Yes, I did. Got in before the rain. We invited you to play.
I know. I unfortunately had to work today. And how it is. Jackson Dean back to Cyber. Bounce pass on the inside there to Eck. Eck floater, baseline far side, no good. Offensive rebound, Headley. Trap tries to get out of it, pulls it out to Cyber. Will put up the 3. It's off the mark. Rebound tipped around and control there again by Brennan Varney for Laurel Highlands. So the Mustangs with the basketball back, leading by 11. 1:20 left here in the first. Here's Aiden Black back in the corner. Luke Martin spotting up for the 3 and rattling it home. So the first points of the night for Martin come from outside the 3-point arc. And it's an 18-4 lead for the Mustangs. That's the 8th made 3 of the year for Martin. Headley blocked there by Varney. Headley gets it back. On the far wing again to Cyber. Pressure there by Antoine Black. Deflected into the backcourt. The scrum is on. And a foul called here. I think they're going to get Cyber on it there, Steve, on the Waynesburg side.
Yep, they're going to get Martin.
Oh, you're right. I thought he signaled 2 there.
He put his hands up, fingers up like he was the Texas Longhorn sign. I don't think he realized he had his pinky out.
I got you. That's why I was seeing 2 there for the signal. I thought it was going to go on Cyber. Coming back, scoop shot, no good. Headley. Offensive rebound brought down from Eck. Repositioning right side of Van Sickle. Try to throw it over his shoulder. Shot attempt, no good. Mustangs back on an outlet pass. Martin comes free and lays it up and in. 5 here in the first for Luca Martin. And the Laurel Highlands lead at 16 at 20-4 in the final 30 seconds of this opening quarter. Cyber back over to Eck. Up top now to Jackson Dean. Jumper left of the lane, no good to Waynesburg. Ice cold right now. Aiden Black coming back. A little hop step and the finish for Aiden Black. Aiden in double figures with 11. All Mustangs. An 18-point first quarter lead at 22-4. Mustangs trying to make it back-to-back wins. And another block, Varney rejecting Serber. And it will stay Waynesburg basketball here in the Laurel Highlands zone with 2.2 left on the clock here in the opening quarter. Cole Headley to trigger it in. Waynesburg has to go quickly here. Headley bounces it in to Jackson Dean. Dean needs to shoot, and they're not going to get a shot away after one. So Laurel Highlands a 22-4 lead over Waynesburg here on the C.R. Barano Group High School Sports Night. Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf, that's where. Joby's Golf, conveniently located on the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Golf is fast, friendly, and a full-service gas station that's been serving the Uniontown area for more than 50 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, a fenced-in storage lot, and is a AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call them today at 724-438-0681. That's 724-438-0681 for Joby's Golf. Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Drs. Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Hart, Jocelyn Belitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offer a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants, or restorative options, they have you covered. You can visit them on the National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top quality care and a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority. And certainly all Laurel Highlands here to start, Steve, up 22-4 after one quarter of play.
I was laughing, Brian, you're reading the Joby's Golf, windshield, oil checked, pump your gas. You know where closest place you got to go to do that?
Oh, Joby's Golf.
Well, I know that. New Jersey.
Because you have to pump them there.
You got to pump your own gas in New Jersey, yeah.
It's good to know, though, Steve. You get those cold, snowy days. And you don't want to pump yourself. You don't want to get out of the car. You can just go right down to Joby's and let them pump it for you.
My sister-in-law, of course, my wife and her family are from Bethlehem, PA, so they know how to pump their gas. But my sister-in-law grew up in New Jersey. And first time she came over years ago, she didn't know what to do.
She just sitting there for 5 or 10 minutes.
Like, what the heck's going on? She was at a Wawa or something over there, And she's like, well, how do you pump the gas? I mean, if you've never done it before.
Yeah, I'm sure you have to learn a little bit, don't you? Ball deflected out of bounds here quickly. 10 seconds into the second quarter. Mustangs leading by 18 over the Waynesburg Raiders. Waynesburg with Dane Woods back into the game. Remember, he picked up 2 early fouls, but Waynesburg turning it over again. Steal there from Antoine Black, and a quick foul caught on the floor. Might get Headley here.
Yep.
He was the closest around, and that's what Pat Lyons says. Foul going on Cole Headley, his first, and the first foul of the quarter on the Waynesburg Raiders. Luke Martin to work it back into Antoine Black. Back in the corner again to Luke. He'll fire the three. It's on the way and good again. Boy, is Luke Martin hot now. That's now 9 made threes for the season. He has 8 points tonight. And a lead at 21 already, at 25-4 here at the 7:30 mark of the second quarter.
It's like we're headed towards a modified time situation here in the second half.
Well, this game, Steve, already reminding me of some of the Laurel Highlands games we saw here during the Rodney Gallagher era, with the Mustangs dominating. Another little block down low after a couple of Waynesburg misses. Tyrone Burton out of the pack with it. Touches it off to Martin back here, edge of the zone to Aiden Black. 7:03 left before halftime. Laurel Highlands a 25-4 lead. Poke from Headley on Aiden Black, but Aiden regains here high on the right. Sends it off to Varney. Try to pull it back to Antoine Black and picked off by Headley. Coming back on a 2-on-1. Shovels it off to his right. Unable to finish there was Eck, but it was cleaned up underneath.
Dane Woods.
That was Dane Woods on the make there in traffic. First 2 of the game for Woods. It's a 25-6 lead for Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg. Varney setting up the screen now for Aiden Black. Back to Antoine. Will fire the 3 up top. It's off the mark. Rebound pulled down again by Dane Woods for Waynesburg. Woods off on the far side. Austin Serber brings it across. Serber trying to come far winging in. Martin poked it away. Into the hands of Burton, back to Martin, across to Antoine Black, got too deep, repositions to Aiden, touched off on the near wing to Martin, resets from the far elbow, takes a jumper and connects again. Luke Martin, 5 here in the second, 10 for the game. Mustangs back up 21 at 27-6 with 6:04 left here before halftime. Uniontown now leading Penn Trafford 32-19. That game with 3:01 left before halftime. A down low for Waynesburg. Quick basket there for Alex Van Sickle. His first 2 off the bench, 27-8. Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg with 5:45 left before halftime. Here's Martin from the foul line, trying to bounce pass, no one home. I think it was Burton that was the intended recipient there, Steve.
Burton would have stepped toward the basket. He had a layup, but I don't think he was expecting that bounce pass from Martin. It was a good look. Just both guys not on the same wavelength there.
So Cole Headley to bring it back across. Headley backing off here high on the right. Now repositions left of the lane. Pull it over to Van Sickle, trying to work here on Aiden Black. Got a little no-look pass, got deflected and scooped up by the Mustangs. Caden Smith looking for an outlet to Aiden Black. He got too deep, trying to shovel it back, but it was Alex Van Sickle there on the Waynesburg side. Off to Headley, gets around Smith, puts it off the glass and in. Cole Headley. His first field goal of the game, made 2 free throws back in the opening quarter, so he has 4, and it's 27-10. Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg as we go under 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Martin up top, over to Caden Smith again. Smith a little ball fake off to his right, and that'll be Tyrone Burton taking the long 2, and he gets it to go. So the big guy, Steve, showing a little range. First 2 off the bench for Tyrone Burton. 29-10, Mustangs over Waynesburg, 4:39 left before halftime. Headley on the far side, kicking in the corner. Van Sickle for 3 off the mark. The rebound picked up there by Luke Martin. 2-on-1 coming back with Aiden Black, and Martin getting the basket to go and 1. So Luke Martin now 7 here in the second, 12 for the game. An opportunity to add to it here at the foul line. And Laurel Highlands a 31-10 lead over Waynesburg with 4:28 left before halftime. Mustangs still looking for their first free throw make of the night. They're 0 of 5, make it 0 of 6. And Waynesburg getting another rebound there after a little deflection. Alex Van Sickle out of the pack with it. So the Mustang lead at 21. Van Sickle underneath to Headley. Back on the wing and a floater that's no good there from Austin Serber. Offensive rebound brought down and put back up and in by Dane Woods. Woods drawing the foul in the process. So Woods 4 second quarter points. An opportunity to add to it here at the free throw line. And Waynesburg back to within 19 of Laurel Highlands at 31-12 as the foul goes on Tyrone Burton. First on Burton. First team foul on the Mustangs here in the second quarter. And Woods now making the free throw. That's 5 here in the second quarter for Dane Woods. And an 18-point lead for Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg with 4:05 left before halftime. Uniontown now an 18-point lead over Penn Trafford at 37-19. That game with 1:34 left before halftime. Here's Caden Smith for 3, open near side, couldn't connect. Rebound underneath, brought down by Alex Eck for Waynesburg. Eck off to Van Sickle. Pass got intercepted, Antoine Black finding it. 4 to Aiden Black, kicks in the corner to Caden Smith. His eye-arcing 3, good. Caden Smith, his first points of the night come from outside the 3-point arc off the Mustang bench. 34-13 Mustangs. Waynesburg missing on a 3, deflected out of bounds off of Laurel Highlands going out. Is that Woods putting that one up there, Steve?
I couldn't see it. I was writing the score
I was
down.
doing the same thing. They took a quick 3 coming back. Luke Grimm checking in on the Laurel Highlands side. His first action of the night. Aiden Black will check out. It'll be Alex Van Sickle working in here for Waynesburg. Underneath, leaning, scoring, and getting the foul drawn in the process is Dane Woods again. So Woods having a nice quarter. Has 7 of the 15 for Waynesburg so far tonight.
Foul on Luke Grimm. Just checked into the game.
His first. Second team foul in the quarter against the Mustangs. So Waynesburg back to within 19 at 34-15 with 3:29 left here before the halftime break. Free throw attempt, no good there from Woods. Had an offensive rebound there for a second from Eck. Had it knocked away as Jude Packrone brings it back across there for the Mustangs. Back to Caden Smith, edge of the zone, directs traffic. 3:15 left before halftime. Burton setting the screen, then he'll get it on the cut towards the basket, and Burton with the finish. 4 here in the second quarter for Tyrone Burton. And the Laurel Highlands lead back up to 21 at 36-15 as we go under 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. Alex Van Sickle must have it knocked away there by Antoine Black. Headley regains. Headley out of the corner, try to come inside, deflected underneath there by Van Sickle, and got it to go out in front. Alex Van Sickle, 4 second quarter points for the Waynesburg senior guard, who came in averaging 10 a game. 36-17 Laurel Highlands, 2:38 left before halftime. No look feed from Caden Smith down to Luke Grimm. That's the first 2 points of the season for Grimm, increasing the Laurel Highlands lead back up to 38-17 with 2:27 left before halftime. Cole Headley switching here with Van Sickle. Got a no-look feed there into Eck. Eck pulls back out. Miscommunication there with Van Sickle. Ball goes out of bounds and back over to Laurel Highlands. 2:15 left before halftime. Uniontown now leading Penn Trafford 39-22. Laurel Highlands leading Waynesburg here 38-17. Luke Grimm back to Caden Smith again. 3-ball rattles out. Alex Eck pulls down the rebound underneath for Waynesburg. Sent off and across to Alex Van Sickle. Out in front again to Dane Woods, who leans and misses. Rebound tipped around, found there by Eck. Missed on the putback, ball still loose. And after a couple of tries down there, Jackson Dean finally got it to go for Waynesburg. Dean now with 4. Mustangs have doubled up the Waynesburg Raiders at 38-19 with 1:37 left before halftime. Pass on the inside to Packrone, got blocked underneath there by Woods. Woods pulling it back to Headley and across. Here's Cole Headley. No look feed off to his right. Got deflected. Saved there by Woods. Put it off the back iron. Shot attempt no good. Mustangs in transition. Look out here. Caden Smith to his left to Antoine. Back to Caden. 8-foot jumper near side. No good. Backside rebound. Tyrone Burton keeps it alive. Tried a little baby hook and got fouled. And Tyrone Burton will have a couple of free throws upcoming here for the Mustangs. 1:11 left before halftime. Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, your local specialist for GI and liver disorders, along with Dr. Calabrese's Hoppy and Lorenz, remind you that a painless 30-minute colonoscopy every 10 years beginning at age 45 could save your life, as the first of 2 free throws is good there for Tyrone Burton. Good luck to all of our local hoops teams and best wishes for a healthy and happy holiday season from SWGI and U.S. Digestive Health. 39-19, Mustangs over the Waynesburg Raiders, 1:11 left here before halftime. Tyrone Burton, second of 2 free throws, good again. So Burton with 6 here in the second quarter. It's a 40-19 lead for Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg. Actually took your advice, Stephen. Played golf after colonoscopy this summer. Worked out all right for me. Now you told me you attempted that years ago as well. Just got a little tired near the end of the round. So it's probably not recommended, right?
They say you're supposed to stay home and relax, but
there's a long 2 good there from Alex Van Sickle. 6 here in the second quarter for Van Sickle. And a quick whistle. Deflected out of bounds there on the far side.
Guess you're just not allowed to drive the cart.
No, correct. I had somebody drive the cart for me and got dropped off at the course. There's Aiden Black to trigger it in. Back in the corner to Caden Smith. He was able to tiptoe that far boundary line and stay in bounds with the Mustangs up 19. Back on the near side of Nico Heron. Try to pull it back there to Luke Grimm. I think they say the ball was kicked there, Steve. Stay with the Mustangs in the Waynesburg zone. Caden Smith to work it in again. Over to Luke Grimm. Back on the wing to Aiden Black. And now Caden Smith. Was he out of bounds? No, they're going to say it was fouled by Jackson Dean.
Well, he wasn't fouled, but Dean fouled.
Then he fell into Luke Grimm.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, contact on the near side. Mustangs retain possession. They'll go into Nico Harum. Back to Caden Smith. 35 seconds left here in the second quarter, and Smith literally gets tripped up there by Jackson Dean. That'll be his second and the 5th Waynesburg foul of the quarter, and that'll send the Mustangs to the free throw line. Caden Smith, 2 of 2 so far this season from the foul line. Sophomore came in averaging 1.7 points a game. Caden, the son of Laurel Highlands head coach John Smith, makes the first of 2 free throws. 4 second quarter points for Caden Smith. Now Smith, second of 2 free throws, good again. 42-21. Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg. And you're right, Steve. Over and back called there on Waynesburg.
Just not paying attention. Threw the ball back across. Kind of in transition there, right at the center court line.
Our other game has reached halftime. Uniontown leading Penn Trafford 39-25. We're about 25 seconds away from halftime here with Laurel Highlands leading Waynesburg 42-21. Stay tuned for a halftime show brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. There's Caden Smith. Back to Aiden Black. Now Caden Smith again. Mustangs like you hold it here for the last shot. Pack road a touch. Back to Caden Smith up top. 3 ball came up short with 1.6 left. You had Luke Grimm going for the save. Couldn't track it down. And it'll be Waynesburg basketball. From 3-quarter court, the ball hitting the support there on the shot attempt from Van Sickle, and that'll do it for one half of basketball, where Laurel Highlands has doubled up Waynesburg, leading by a score of 42-21. Steve will have your halftime stats in just a moment. Again, our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you effectively and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted, experienced therapists, convenient location and hours, part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access, 724-437-7500. Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. It stays put until you change your car, driver, or your address, plus seriously good service. Well, that's something to smile about. Your local Erie agent, Uniontown and Ross Draver Township, is the Sprouse Insurance Group. You can give them a phone at 724-437-9812 or go to Sprouseinsurance.com. Erie Rate Lock is not guaranteed continued insurance coverage and not available in all states. Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring professional team of dentists and their staff offers a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Laurel Highlands Mustangs a great season. It's time now for our halftime stats. Steve's going to have them for you, and they're brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Steve, take it away.
Okay, thanks, Brian. Cole Headley has 4 points for the Raiders. Jackson Dean with 4, Dane Woods with 7, and Alex Van Sickle off the bench with 6. They scored just 4 in the first, but 17 in the second, 21 at the half. The Mustangs, led by Luke Martin. Luke Martin is leading scorer with 12 points. Antoine Black with 2. Smith with 5. Grimm with 2. Vecchiola with 2. Aiden Black with 11. Varney with 2. And Burton, nice job off the bench, with 6. They scored 22 in the first, 20 in the second, for a 42-21 halftime lead.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. Needed to consult an attorney? Make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry in the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office, small town and big results. The North Union Township Recreation Center and supervisors Kurt Matthews, Rob Tupta, and Ron Landman are proud sponsors of the Laurel Highlands High School basketball team. The North Union Rec Center wishes the Mustangs and the Lady Mustangs the best of luck this season. For information on the North Union Township Rec Center volleyball, basketball, and soccer leagues, please phone 724-438-7500 or visit their website at northunionreccenter.com. Again, Laurel Highlands with the lead, 42-21 over Waynesburg. And you can find more snuggle time this winter. Be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. with a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit. You can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729. Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member, values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep the residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township for our families and our future. Good luck to all of our local teams from South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott. Again, 42-21, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs leading the Waynesburg Raiders. When you're in need of notary services, you don't want second best. You certainly don't want to have to wait until the next day, so why not go to the best and the one that's open link to meet your needs. Sandy Howe Notary Services on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield. Foot of the best notary service in 2024 is ready to help you. Sandy Howe Notary Services open 10 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Call them at 724-564-8955 for Sandy Howe Notary Services. And hello to Ed Walensky, who's watching our broadcast here today. Our broadcast today also on the South Union Township Sports Network tonight as well. I have to thank our township supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Fernan, and Jason Scott, along with Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, and United Bank. Again here, Laurel Highlands leading Waynesburg 42-21. Uniontown a 39-25 lead over Penn Trafford tonight as well. And you can watch that game on the WNBS and South Union Township Sports Network YouTube page. And also listen to that game on the radio as well. We have about 4 minutes until the start of the second half. Stay tuned. Steve and I will bring it to you here from Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs 42 and the Waynesburg Raiders 21. Back in a moment here on the WNBS YouTube page. Ready to start the third quarter here at Laurel Highlands High School. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super and Carl Childs. Appreciate you joining us here on the WMBS YouTube page tonight for high school basketball action. Luke Martin to work it in for the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands working right to left as we describe it here in the third quarter, up 42-21. As Luke will send it in the backcourt to Aiden Black. Now Antoine a touch from the near wing. Dump down Brennan Varney. Varney a little ball fake. Put it off the glass. Couldn't finish. Offensive rebound. Sevi Vecchiola scores in the putback. Vecchiola with 4. The Laurel Highlands lead now up to 23, Steve, at 44-21.
Good work by Vecchiola.
Been 2 solid performances in a row for the Mustangs as Headley missed there, trying to get it back and got fouled going back up. And hopefully Laurel Highlands, Steve, can continue that going into Friday night conference opener down in McKeesport. We'll have that game both on the radio and on Facebook, starting with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6:45. And over the years, McKeesport always a tough place to go down there and win. Cole Headley, first of 2 free throws up on the way and good.
Tough place to win in basketball and football.
Yes. Seems like no matter what the sport is down there. Second of 2 free throws up on the way and good again for Cole Headley. So Headley, 4 of 4 from the free throw line tonight for Waynesburg, but it's Laurel Highlands in control, up 44-23. 7:24 left here in the third. Vecchiola up top, Varney. Little ball fake back to Antoine Black. He'll fire the 3. It's off the side of the rim. No good. Vecchiola offensive rebound. And they're going to get him for an offensive foul. Pushing off.
Offensive pass interference there. You get
Yep.
Going up for the rebound, and I believe that was Woods. He just kind of went flying towards the basket after he jumped straight up in the air, and it was a pretty easy call for Billy Beaner.
44-23, Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg. 7:08 left here in the third. Austin Serber working outside the arc. Thought about the 3, well defended by Luke Martin. Touch there from Woods, sent it off to a cutting Van Sickle who couldn't finish. And Varney out of the pack with it, up to Aiden Black and across. Aiden trying to come far wing and in. He loses the handle. Vecchiola, though, finds it, keeping it alive. Missed on the shot attempt. Antoine Black, though, able to clean it up there for the Mustangs. Just the second basket of the game for Antoine. He has 4. Laurel Highlands back up 23 at 46-23 with 6:36 left here in the third quarter. Cole Headley back there to Austin Serber. It's watched there by Martin, off to his right again to Dane Woods, trying to work on Varney. Not much happening there. Switch it back to Van Sickle. Van Sickle cuts, contact down low, charge called on Waynesburg. It'll go on Van Sickle. Second team foul of the quarter against Waynesburg, and the second personal on the senior guard, Alex Van Sickle. Penn Trafford coming back on Uniontown. Red Raiders a 45-36 lead over Penn Trafford with 3:45 left in the third quarter. Aiden Black flipping it off there to Luke Martin. Martin back to Antoine Black. Now Aiden again, edge of the zone. 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Laurel Highlands the basketball and a 23-point lead. Martin over to Varney out of the corner. Varney repositioning, tough shot with the left hand, but he got it to drop.
Soft touch.
Brennan Varney now with 4. Laurel Highlands up 25 at 48-23. 5:44 left here in the third. Cole Headley working edge of the zone here for Waynesburg. Waynesburg on their way to falling 0-4 on the season. Headley put that off the glass. No good. Varney in traffic pulls down the rebound. I'll call it for the travel. You're on that one, Steve.
I'm paying attention. Just a lot of some sloppiness going on out there, but the Mustangs doing pretty good. At least they're hustling. I like the effort from the Mustangs tonight, Brian. They're just really moving around and moving on offense. They're moving some pretty nice offensive sets.
Of course, they had 2 tough opening games against Chartiers Valley and Quaker Valley. But on their way to back-to-back wins now over Ligonier Valley and Waynesburg. So Luke Martin back on the other side after a Waynesburg turnover. Misses there on a 3. Dane Woods, the rebound there for the Waynesburg Raiders. Back across here on the near side, Alex Van Sickle. No look pass out in front. Unable to finish there was Alex Eck, but kept it alive and able to put it back up and in on the follow. His first 2 of the game. 6'5" senior center came in averaging 7 points and 10 rebounds a game. Aiden Black, they're going to get him for a traveling violation. Dave Hoon on that one. Since 1976, Davis & Davis has represented people, not insurance companies. Their lawyers have experience in litigating or settling personal injury claims, medical malpractice cases, and wrongful death actions, together with domestic real estate, workers' compensation, and municipal law experience. Throughout decades of work, Davis & Davis has successfully represented thousands of cases in local, state, and federal courts. For more information, phone 724-437-2799. And we'll get a Waynesburg timeout. And our colleague Gary Frankhauser, Steve, will be back on the call for the Uniontown-Albert Gallatin game coming up on Friday night. We had a night off for Gary tonight. He'll be back working again on Friday. He had an exciting game this past Friday. Was on the call for Bell Vernon's 1-point win over Uniontown.
Wow. Bell Vernon beat Uniontown?
50s. Yeah, I know you had a wedding weekend. How did that go with your son Joey getting married?
Yeah, it was good. I wasn't paying attention to any of the local games, unfortunately.
You were not. You obviously were not paying attention to any of the local games. But yeah, Waynesburg a 56-55 win over, or check that, Bell Vernon a 56-55 win over Uniontown on Friday. So the Red Raiders entering. Was that an upset? I would say a little bit of an upset. Uniontown came into 5A, ranked number 1 according to the Triple I High School Sports Network. Waynesburg in 4A this year. So those teams will not play again in the regular season. Or Bell Vernon in 4A. I have Waynesburg on my mind here. Waynesburg in 3A this year. In fact, they're in the same conference as Ligonier Valley, who the Mustangs saw on Saturday. And there's Alex Van Sickle getting fouled.
Yeah, he got bailed out there by the official, Mr. Hoon. He calls out on Vecchiola. I think Van Sickle was just going in there, had nowhere to go, and tried to scoop, kind of curl scoop one up there, and he just got the foul call. That was a fortunate call for the Raiders.
Van Sickle knocks down the first of 2 free throws. 7 points, scored 6 in the second quarter. Van Sickle, second of 2 free throws. This one rattles out. Offensive rebound, a quick foul called here on the putback. We're going to get Nico Harem on this foul. That'll be his first and the 4th team foul on Laurel Highlands here in the second quarter. Mustangs, though, still lead by 22 at 48-26. Penn Trafford now back to within 6 of Uniontown at 47-41. They have 1:38 left there in the third quarter. The first of 2 free throws good for Alex Eck. So Eck 3 points here in the third quarter. 48-27 Laurel Highlands. Eck now for a second of 2 free throws. This one on the way and no good. Mustangs with the rebound. Antoine Black forward to Aiden. He'll spot up for the 3. It's no good. Rebound tipped around. Brennan Varney finds it and scores on the putback. So Brennan Varney 4 here in the third. 6 for the game. 50-27 Laurel Highlands. 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Underneath, getting too deep, was Austin Serber. Missed on the shot attempt, but Alex Eck able to clean it up and put it back up and in. So Eck now with 5 here in the third quarter. And the Laurel Highlands lead at 21 over Waynesburg at 50-29 with 3:37 left here in the third. Aiden Black here in the near wing, back up top to Antoine, right between his legs, but able to regain here edge of the zone, fronted there by Headley. Antoine staying with it, deep 3 near corner, good. Nothing but net, Steve. That was pure.
Yeah, that was a good looking move there, a little crossover between the leg dribble there, and he just pulled it up. Did a nice little 15-foot jumper.
52-29 Laurel Highlands. 3:10 left here in the third. Alex Van Sickle, some fancy dribbling all over the place there. Lose the handle out of bounds. Tipped out by Laurel Highlands. Will stay with Waynesburg here in the Mustang zone as Jackson Dean back into the game, replacing Van Sickle. Penn Trafford now, Steve, back to within 3 of Uniontown at 49-46. They were down, at least I saw, by as many as 19 in that game.
Wow.
Making a rally back. A good game for Josh Scully and Tony Hanola to call tonight.
Must be the bad camera angle.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it. Underneath, ball knocked away there from Woods, kept alive, and a foul called going back up.
It's either going to be on Varney or Harem. Let's see who they call it on.
Harem again. His second, team 5th. The 2 free throws upcoming here for Alex Eck, who's had a busy third quarter, has scored 5 points. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. First of 2 free throws here, no good for Eck. Score remains 52-29. Now Eck for a second. Up on the way, and this one again no good for Alex Eck. Mustangs pull down the rebound there with Nico O'Hara. Our live video stream tonight, courtesy of Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair, the Catholic War Veterans, post 1669 in Hopwood. Our graphic sponsors, 2 Brothers Tree and Stump Service, and South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scotts. Gonna be a charge there.
Yeah, good job by Martin to stick himself in there in the way. And Cyber had nowhere to go, tried to cross over, dribble, and just ran him over.
The Mustangs get it back with 2:30 left here in the third, up 52-29. Trying to put this Waynesburg team away here late in the third quarter. Martin back to Harem. Now Brennan Varney on the switch. Ball fake. Antoine Black a touch. No look feed over to Martin, who cuts, scoops it up and in. Luke Martin. 14 for Martin, Steve, coming off of that 25-point game against Ligonier Valley on Saturday. His strong play continues. Dane Woods for Waynesburg. Bouncing it off on the near side. Ball comes loose. Kept alive there by Alex Eck. Eck putting it off the glass and in. Alex Eck. Eck 7 here in the third quarter. 54-31 Mustangs. 1:49 left in the third. Luke Martin back to Antoine Black. Lead at 23 for the Mustangs. Aiden back with it here high on the right. Watched by Serber. Live back over to Antoine. Between the circles to Harem. Near side over to Aiden.
Wow.
Up top again. Another open look, and Martin drains it. Third made 3 of the game for Luke Martin. He has 17 points. He's knocked down 10 threes this season, the lead at 26. Martin, a pretty good pure shooter, Steve.
Yeah, not bad. He's made some good shots.
Cole Headley back on the other side. Kicks in the corner to Serber. Back up top to Jackson Dean. Dean jumper left of the lane. Good. Jackson Dean, 2 in every quarter. He has 6. 57-33, Laurel Highlands' final minute of this third quarter. Mention what's up next for Laurel Highlands. Waynesburg will travel to Aquinas Academy coming up on Friday. They won't open up conference play until the 20th when they host Brownsville. Foul called here on Waynesburg. It'll be the 3rd personal on Jackson Dean, and we'll send Brennan Varney to the free throw line. And the one thing the Mustangs maybe could work on a little bit is free throw shooting. Steve hasn't been that great tonight, and Varney misses another one here.
Yep. That's one of those plays there from Barney. Caught that ball right by the basket, and Dean just kind of ticked it out of his hands and got the foul call. But I'd like to see Varney a little tougher with that ball and just go up and dunk it.
You said you want them to throw some pillows at him in practice, right? As Varney makes the second free throw.
It's blocking kind of things they use for football.
There's a steal. Antoine up to brother Aiden. He'll scoop it up and in. Aiden Black. 13 for Aiden. His first points, though, since the opening quarter. Lead at 27 for the Mustangs at 60-33. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. On the run, shot with the left hand, no good. Jackson Dean, offensive rebound, scoring on the putback, Dane Woods. 9 for Woods, 60-35. Mustangs lead at 25. Final 20 seconds of the third quarter. Here's Martin, edge of the zone. Off to his right to Antoine Black. Up top again to Harem, near side Luke Martin. Martin a little ball fake. Up top again to Aiden Black for 3, short off the front of the rim. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Double dribble called here on Waynesburg. So Laurel Highlands get the last shot of the quarter with an inbounds pass here in the Waynesburg zone. And it'll be Luke Martin to trigger it in. Bounces it in over to Aiden Black, puts it off the glass and in to end the quarter. So Aiden Black with 15. Laurel Highlands a 62-35 lead over Waynesburg after 3 quarters of basketball here at Laurel Highlands High School. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute at Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strange joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. You can give them a call or schedule by direct access, 724-437-7500 for the Centers for Rehab Services, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute. Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring professional team of dentists and their staff offers a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Laurel Highlands Mustangs basketball team a great season. So start of the fourth quarter here, Steve, 62-35, Mustangs over the Waynesburg Raiders. Any stats sticking out to you right now?
Luke Martin with 17 points. Woods leading the way for Waynesburg with 9. And I like the way Aiden Black and Antoine Black are both playing. Antoine only has 6 points, but he's had a pretty nice game, so as well as Aiden Black. And, of course, they're all playing well. Vecchiola's good, and even Varney's got 7. A lot of points around the basket.
See how long the starters stay out there for the Mustangs here in the fourth quarter.
They've already put in a couple of guys, 3 guys there with Smith and Burton. And
they still have both Antoine and Aiden in the game as Dane Woods, 3 balls, an air ball. Mustangs let it go out of bounds. They'll get to trigger it in here, up 27.
That was funny. Luke Grimm was standing by the ball, and Antoine Black pulled his arm almost out of his socket as he told him basically get away from that ball, let it go out of bounds.
And Antoine Black will work it in here to Caden Smith. Of course, a game like this, too, allows Laurel Highlands to get some of their bench into the game here, as well as Caden Smith fires a 3. It's off the mark. Off a deflection, Jackson Dean picks up the rebound there for Waynesburg. Pulled up top. Dean, baseline far side. Caden Fowler missing there, but cleaned up underneath on the Waynesburg side. Score it there for the Waynesburg Raiders. Number 4, Jackson Dean, now with 8 points. Dean with 2 in every quarter. 62-37.
Isn't that a country singer named Jackson Dean? Something like that.
There's a Jackson Brown that I know of.
No, that was it.
You get your tickets yet, Steve, for Billy Joel and Rod Stewart as Aiden Black cuts and scoop one over the shoulder, a miss.
Where are they going? The PNC?
July 5th at the old Heinz Field, the Acrisure Stadium. A fun summer concert. Caden Smith, little floater, no good. Waynesburg's Alex Van Sickle, the rebound, got deflected down. Mustangs find it again, Aiden Black. Floated off there. Touch from Grimm. Back out to Burton. This is on a long 2. Waynesburg another rebound with 6:30 left here in the fourth.
Went to a concert this summer at Stage AE. Ever been up there for a concert?
Yeah, you went to the OAR concert there, didn't you?
Pretty good, yeah.
One of my favorites from college. I didn't know about the show until the day of the show. Once you told me about it, it was too late for me to go. But that's always a fun band. I haven't seen them in quite some time.
Did you go to college with those guys?
Yes, I did. They actually lived above me. And one of my quad mates, Lee Ploff, actually went to high school with a couple of the band members from Maryland.
The drummer apparently does some work with our company, Puma Golf, and the lady called me and said, hey, take care of these guys for some golf. So I set him up with golf, and he set us up with some tickets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. When they come back into town, certainly let me know. That would be interesting. Mustangs cough it up. Waynesburg coming back there. Dean tried to pull it over to Headley. Was he out of bounds on the far side? Yes, he was. And Laurel Highlands will get it back up 25 with 5:47 left in regulation. Haven't got to that 30-point plateau as far as the lead's concerned yet in this game.
It's almost like Coach Smith is calling off the
dogs a little bit.
Calling off the dogs to keep it under 30 so the clock doesn't run.
Well, in a way, though, I guess it allows him to get some other personnel in the game and get more meaningful minutes. There's certainly an advantage there. Luke Grimm coming into Caden Smith will turn and shoot out in front. Good for Caden Smith. So 7 for Caden Smith. The lead now at 64-37 for Laurel Highlands with 5:17 left here in the fourth. Cole Headley Setting it off on the far side. Floater left of the lane. No good. Jackson Dean. Scrum for the loose ball. Rebound. And Dean keeping it alive. Floated off to his right. Missed there from Van Sickle. Alex Eck trying to clean it up underneath. And we'll get a foul called here on Laurel Highlands.
It's going to be on Luke Grimm. This should be a second.
Things still tight, Steve, up in Westmoreland County. 57-53. Uniontown over Penn Trafford. 3:40 left there in regulation. Eck 2 free throws here for Waynesburg. First of 2, no good. I figure that would probably be the closer of the games tonight. One of the reasons we put it up on the radio as well as on WNBS YouTube page tonight. I figure try to put a lot of the away games on as well, at least early on here in the year, since the fans are less likely to travel and they can listen on the radio if they don't want to watch online. It's missed there on the Waynesburg side. Good transition for the Mustangs. Aiden Black take a step outside the arc and knock down the 3. Aiden Black rattling that one home. He has 18. And here we go, Steve. We've got to 30 to run the clock the rest of the way. It's 67-37.
Get you home to watch the end of that Penguins game.
4:35 left. Out in front, missed there from Eck, but able to get the follow to go. Eck with 9. 67-39 Mustangs over the Waynesburg Raiders. 4:20 left here in the fourth. Caden Smith back across. Smith ball fake on the 3, back to Aiden Black. 3 from the parking lot off the side of the rim, no good. Ball goes out of bounds and back over to Waynesburg. Now they'll run the clock the rest of the way. 4:04 left here in the fourth. Again, we're back Friday. More high school basketball action. Laurel Highlands traveling to McKeesport to take on the Tigers. That game both on the radio and on Facebook. 6:45 Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. 7:30 tip-off. Steve's going to join me for that one. With Carl behind the camera.
Where are we going?
McKeesport on Friday.
Oh, wow. Away game?
Away game. Jackson Dean missing on a 3. Caden Smith coming back for Laurel Highlands. Will lay it up and in. We were just talking about, Steve, how tough of a place McKeesport is to play.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I didn't know. You got so many games on the schedule, folks. If you'd see the schedule.
There's a make from Alex Van Sickle. I do have it very well organized, though, I thought, this year.
It's organized, but there's a lot of us doing games, and
it's
hard to tell who's doing what game.
And I've tried to split things up. I know sometimes folks get unhappy. They don't get as many games as they want, but we try to spread it around and get different announcers on different games to keep things balanced. There's Austin Serber. I know you're always mad at me, Steve. You want more games all the time.
Yeah.
You want to work every night. There's a foul called on the Mustangs on Caden Smith. They'll send Austin Serber to the foul line. First of 2 free throws short there for Serber.
Don't worry, I miss enough games between weddings and golf trips and work, seeing grandkids.
You stay busy for sure.
Cyber hasn't scored yet.
Until now.
Yep.
Makes the second of 2 free throws. 69-42 Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg. And Waynesburg travels to Aquinas Academy on Friday. Another non-conference game for them. Caden Smith, 3 near wing, good. Mustangs hitting some pure shots here in the second half. And Caden Smith now with a career-high 12 tonight. 72-42 Mustangs. On the right block, leaner and a miss there from Alex Eck. Offensive rebound, scoring on the putback in traffic. Jackson Dean. Dean enters double figures with 10. 2:24 left here in the fourth. Caden Smith up top. Caden from the elbow. Pulls it out. In the corner there to Jude Packrone. Will take the 3, try to bank it in from the corner, no good. Burton going for the offensive rebound after deflection. Kept alive by Nick Crouch. Kick back in the corner. Luke Grimm missing there. And on the backside, whistle called with 2:05 left here in the fourth. They stopped the clock for some reason. Now they'll run it here again. So a 4-point game in Westmoreland County, 61-57 Uniontown, 1:45 to play there.
18 points for Black. That's what you got him?
Yep.
Varney with 7. I'm doing the scores now. I think
17 for Martin.
Smith.
Chad Massey checking in late.
Smith finishes with 12. He's coming off the bench, into the bench now.
Here's Jude Packrone. Over to Nick Crouch. Inside, Massey got Pinned up there by Dominic George, who just checked in, and a quick whistle. If you're looking for a fast, friendly notary service, it's open in the evening. Sandy Howe Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registration and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all around the surrounding area. Phone 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name. Sandy Howe Notary Services. Final minute, Nick Crouch reigns in a three for the Mustangs. First points of the game for Crouch come from outside the three-pointer. 75-44 Laurel Highlands with 45 seconds left in regulation. Waynesburg back on the other side. They've gone to their bench as well. Landon Darr. Pass intercepted by Nick Crouch. Crouch coming back, holds near elbow, pulls back out. Chad Massey, high arcing three off the glass, no good. Going to call a foul off the rebound. Going to go on Waynesburg's number 33, Caden Fowler. Clock down at 12 seconds left, so likely just one final inbound here for the Mustangs, and that'll do it.
It's like a 10-second runoff.
Yes. Up top, let's see if Laurel Highlands even shoots here. They're up 75-44. They'll go in the corner. Packrone resets to the wing and drains a three as time expires. First points of the game for Packrone and the game with a 78-44 win for Laurel Highlands over Waynesburg. Time now for a post-game show brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy, now in the Health First Medical Building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville. Steve, you ready for the final stats? They're brought to you by First Federal
ready.
Savings Loan Association of Greene County.
For the Raiders, Headley finishes with 6 points, Cyber with 1. Jackson Dean actually led the scoring for the Raiders with 10 points. Woods with 9, Van Sickle with 9, and Eck with 9. They scored 4 in the first, 17 in the second, 14 in the third, 9 in the fourth, 44 for the ball game. For the Red Raiders, Luke Martin, 17 points. Antoine Black with 6. Nick Crouch electrified the crowd with that 3. He finishes with 3 points. Caden Smith with 12. Packrone with 3. Grimm with 2. Vecchiola 4. Varney with 7. And Burton with 6. And Aiden Black led the way for the Mustangs with 18 points. They scored 22 in the first, 20 in the second, 20 in the third, 16 in the fourth for a 78-44 victory.
Steve, who do you like for a player of the game? Brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott, working hard for the residents of South Union Township.
Well, I tell you what, you could pick between Martin, Aiden Black, and Varney, I guess. But I think if you're asking me who I thought the best player for the Mustang was, I'd have to go with Aiden Black.
Aiden Black, our player of the game, brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott. So the Mustangs win it 78-44 over the Waynesburg Raiders. Again, Steve, for Laurel Highlands, they'll travel to McKeesport coming up on Friday. We're on the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6:45. Opening tip set for 7:30. Should be a lot of fun as always.
Should be a lot of fun, yep.
And again, Waynesburg will travel to Aquinas Academy. So your final score here for Laurel Highlands tonight, the Mustangs 78 and Waynesburg 44. For Steve Superick and Carl Childs behind the camera, this is Brian Morozek saying have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score, Laurel Highlands 78 and Waynesburg 44. So long, everybody, from Laurel Highlands High School.